Chris Brown has a long and messy history of putting his paws on people and getting away with it, but it looks like karma has finally caught up with him in the worst way possible. Girl, Chris Brown is going to jail, and he better get comfortable because he will be there for a very long time. You all know that Rihanna is loving every second of this. In contrast to his previous shenanigans, Bars and his entourage were arrested for jumping 4 fans and injuring them after his concert. He is now in serious trouble, so let's talk about why Chris even jumped the fan in the first place and what Rihanna thought of it. One thing about our guy Chris Brown is that he never stops thinking about the repercussions if you think about it, which is why he constantly ends himself in trouble. Being on tour would calm his wild side, but you obviously don't know Chris since he is now on his 11/11 tour and just had a gig in Fort Worth, Texas. The show was incredible, but things changed after the music stopped. 4 men, Larry Parker Lewis, Joseph DeMarcus Powell, and Charles Bush, claimed to have been asked backstage for a post-show rendezvous with 40 ladies. You know the routine with male performers that ladies, the booze, the parties, and everything that comes with it. The 4 men claimed that they were chilling in the VIP area waiting for Chris to show up. But after more than 30 minutes, they got tired of waiting, so they decided to bounce on their way out. They ran into Charles Bush. Said he tried to DP Chris up, and Chris didn't appear to mind at first. But then someone in his entourage said, "Man, you don't remember you two were beefing?" Chris answered, "Oh, yes, we were the curious ninjas." It's obvious that Chris surrounds himself with a group of yes men who basically encourage his bad conduct since his statement about him having a fight with Charles was superfluous. I don't forget it, and vocally instructed his team to jump Charles. Chris had already forgotten that he had problems with Charles, and if someone hadn't spoken up, things wouldn't have gone out of control. Charles also said that he was surrounded by Charles wasn't the only one who was jumped. Larry Parker also said that Chris dispatched his pal Yell Bay and company to fuck up. Chris also alleges that 7 to 10 of his chums attacked and kicked him. He also claims that an entourage member known as Hoodballs threw a chair at his head. Parker, pursuing him into a locked door and dead-end staircase. Parker claims that when Chris pushed all of his friends to get he was struck and kicked in the head for almost 10 minutes. Part of the action, the other 2 guys were entangled in the mayhem and had to seek medical attention in the hospital. Now, the 4 men have sued Chris Brown, seeking a restraining order as well as an astounding $50 million. Their attorney issued a statement saying, "We filed a lawsuit last night alleging that entertainer Chris Brown and his entourage attacked and viciously beat several men who had just attended a show in Fort Worth on Saturday night." Several police reports on his event indicate that at least one of the individuals who was assaulted is now hospitalized. In an effort to bring these victims' suffering to justice and permanently put an end to Chris Brown's intolerable and violent behavior, the Busby law firm has filed 6 damages lawsuits on behalf of the 4 men who were brutalized. According to reports, Brown has a lengthy history of violence and has been arrested or accused of at least 10 times. Now that the lawsuit has come to light, you may think that this is extreme, but it's really not since Chris Brown has a history of acting badly toward people. Just think about what he did to Rihanna the night before the 2009 Grammy Awards. In an interview, Rihanna said that she believed he was cheating on her, which is why they got into a fight. She added, "I called him a liar, and he wouldn't tell the truth, and I wouldn't drop it. I couldn't take that, he kept it." Her admission that the relationship was extremely toxic and that the more in love we became, the more dangerous we became for each other because it was a bit of an obsession escalated into him being violent towards me. I was battered, bleeding, and swollen in my face. He couldn't take that, I wouldn't drop it. Chris also said that when she discovered he was having an affair, he free.
It's based on trust, bro, because I told her that she didn't trust me with anything. So I would give her the option of, "Oh, you can look at my phone." So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, there's a message and it says, "Kill the Grammys, do your thing." And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message and the rest of the message said, "I'll see you at the cloud party." So off the top, she thought I was lying. She starts going off, she throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you the truth, I swear to God. You know, I'm telling you the truth, stop it. So then she hits me a couple more times, and I just kind of it doesn't go from translation to, let's sit down, I'm telling you the truth. But then I really hit her, like I with a closed fist, like I punched her, you know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, why the hell did I hit her like that? So from there, she's just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. Like it's a real on fight in a car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, man, we tripping. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts. And when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like, stupid fight, bro. And I'm just realizing it. I'm like, look, what the hell am I doing, bro?
Nowadays, he is often defended by others who claim that his relationship with Rihanna ended long ago and that people should stop criticizing him since he has changed. However, the truth is that Chris has never accepted responsibility for his acts. Instead, he continues to snap at people. You may recall how he lost it on fans last year when they accused Chloe Bailey of writing a song with him. I am F33. I'm exhausted of you people running with this narrative. You crazy people are the same ones who tune in every week to watch Blueface and Cran beat the F out of me. If you still hate me for a mistake I made when I was 17 years old, then kiss my whole butt. They may humiliate each other in public, but that's okay because it's entertainment. Where is the cancel culture with these white artists who date underage women and beat the living daylights out of their wives, giving women AIDS? Oh, that's right, they are your buddies. No more pretending to love me, stay out of my way, or risk being run over. After all, none of you guys can be with me. However, he seems to have forgotten that Rihanna isn't the only woman who he has put pause on because his ex Karrueche Tran also suffered the same fate. In 2017, Coochie filed court papers asking for a restraining order against Chris. After their breakup, in these documents, she made some concerning claims that show Chris's violent behavior hadn't changed since 2009, she claimed. That many years prior to her filing the paperwork, he had her in the stomach and had even thrown her down a flight of stairs. However, she didn't report it at the time since Karrueche revealed that Chris had threatened her, saying that if he couldn't have her, no one else could. This is extremely toxic, and I'm glad she ended their relationship when she did. But even after their breakup, Chris continued to harass her and her friends, which is why she filed for a restraining order against him. Oh, but isn't stop. After the Rihanna incident, she was still on probation and she would have been in serious trouble. He also displayed hostility toward his own mother, even though he never physically hurt her. For example, after entering rehab for anger management after the Rihanna case, Chris's mother visited and they got into a heated argument, according to reports. Chris's mother also showed up for a family session and pushed for her son to stay in a facility for longer treatment, violently disagreed with her, and, in a fit of rage, threw a rock through her car window, shattering it. That's crazy, and it proves that Chris does have a violent tendency. It will cost him $50 million, and given that he has a history of violent crimes, it's likely that he will spend some time behind bars. Let's just say that he won't have it straightforward this time around. I can bet that Rihanna is enjoying every minute of this. Not just Rihanna, but also Karrueche and all the other women he has hurt over the years. There is nothing like a healthy dose of karma, fans commented. CB is violent AF. He is putting his hands on any darn body. That's why I look at anybody who is his friend crazy. And I felt nothing when he hit Usher, cuz the reputation Chris Brown has for being a cruel, unpleasant guy is absurd. It's like he's diabolical and has an army of airhead ladies. That's what you get for launching his cycle. Standing behind him, acting as though all he did was hit Rihanna 15 years ago. I keep saying that this man is not a good man, and his defenders keep getting upset. How many people must Chris Brown hit before he is recognized? I'm curious what you think, so please share your thoughts in the comments section below and then watch the next video.